Here we are going to deal with a new topic, that is the stem. The stem develops from the plumule of the germinating seed. Here you can see the diagram of a germinating seed. There are two structures arising from this seed. One is growing downward and the another one is growing upward. The structure that grows downward is known as the radicle and it develops into the root, and the structure that grows upward is known as the plumule and it gives rise to the stem. So the stem develops from the plumule of the germinating seed. This structure, it will be growing into a tree, branches or whatever it might be. I think you understood. Then the stem bears branches, leaves, flowers and fruits. Not only these all things, there are extra structures like thorns, okay, but this comes under modifications of the stem, so we will be dealing with later on. Then the structure, there can be two new words. They are the nodes and the internodes. So what is a node? The region of the plant from where the leaves arise is known as a node. Just see, this is the structure of a stem and from here the leaf is arising. So this particular point is known as a node. So what is the node? The region of the plant from where the leaf arises. Or else I will show you a real plant. This is a tulsi plant. From here pair of leaves are arising. So this point is the node. So the region from where the leaf is arising is known as, this is the node, and here another two pairs are arising and this is also known as the node. I think you understood. Then next one is the internode. What is an internode? The region between two nodes is known as the internode. See here in the diagram, here one leaf is arising and from this portion another leaf is arising. There is a small gap between these two nodes and that is known as the internode. The word inter means, you all know, the word inter means in between. So the in between, the region in between two node is known as a internode. In the real plant you can see here, this is one node, leaf is arising. This is the next node, leaves are arising. So this portion from this node to this node, there is a region or there is a gap. This region is known as the internode. I think this much is clear for you. Then the next topic is buds, that is terminal bud and the axillary bud. The stem bears terminal or axillary bud. What do you mean by axillary bud and the terminal bud? The bud that is present in the axil of the leaf. Just see here, from here the leaf is arising. So here is an this portion is the axil and here there is the base of the leaf, there is a bud that is known as the axillary bud. If it is at the tip, it is known as the terminal, means it's the apex, it is known as the terminal bud, okay. And the terminal bud will develops into leaf, branch or jo bhi, it will be going upward. So growth of the plant is terminal bud, and lateral development like branches, it will be by the axillary bud. I will show you here. In this plant itself you can see small buds. It was bud but now it is developing into the branches. It will develop into the branches. You can see here two small leaves arise, so it will be developing into branches like this. From here also it will develop into branches. So this is the axillary bud here, and this here it is the terminal bud. I think you can see here, this is the terminal bud, but here the terminal bud is almost developing into the flower, okay. So this is about axillary bud and the terminal bud. I think this is clear for you. Then the next one is the functions of the stem. First function, spreading out branches bearing leaves. So stem is spreading out the branches bearing leaves, flowers, fruits, etc. Then the another function is, in young stem it carry out photosynthesis. So you know the young stems are green in color. You have seen many stems which are green in color, not in trees, in small plants there are stem with green color. So if the stem is green color means it contains chlorophyll and it carry out photosynthesis. So another function of stem is photosynthesis. The next is it conducts water and minerals. We learned in the portion of root is absorbing water and minerals, and it should be carried out to the leaves from where the food is synthesized, isn't it? So that conduction of food and minerals is carried out through the stem. Then the next one is storage of food. These are the additional functions or the modified functions. They are the storage of food, support, protection, vegetative propagation. These are the functions of the stem. Then next one is stem modification. This is about the normal stem, what we are already discussed. The normal stem is function, the structures and all. Then there are certain stem, they do not look like the normal stem, but still they are the stem. They don't have the normal functions of the stem, but some extra functions. Okay, you are familiar with all these things, but you are unaware, you might be unaware of this. So we will deal with that. That is stem modifications. Okay, means what do you mean by stem modification? Some stems are having some other functions other than normal functions. You have learned the normal functions here. So if they are doing some other functions or they are modified for doing some another functions, they are known as the modified stem or stem modifications. And the first one is the underground stem modification. You all know that normally the stem is growing upward, isn't it? It grows upward. It's an aerial structure. It is never seen in underground. Underground is, we can say, underground portion of the plant, that is the root, not the stem. But some stems are growing underground, that means inside the soil. So that is known as the underground stem. So that is not the normal stem. So it comes under the modified stem or stem comes under stem modifications. So let's see which are the underground stem. Potato, you all are familiar with potato. I think you are taking potato daily. Then ginger, it's a spice. Then turmeric, you know turmeric. Then zamingan and colocasia. These all are present inside the soil. Okay, underground, not outside the soil or not an aerial portion. So potato, ginger, turmeric, zamingan and colocasia are the underground stem. So what is their function? Why they are seen inside the soil? For everything there should be a reason, isn't it? Even though it's a plant, they have something for doing this or underground. So what is that? First one is storage of food. Why you are taking potato? Because there is food, isn't it? Potato is rich in starch. That is why we are eating potato. So what this plant is doing? They are storing their food inside the soil, that is underground, that is potato. That is what we are eating. So first function is storage of food. I will show you one real potato. Here is the potato. You just see. I'm telling you this is a stem, but you might be wondering where is the node, internode. Stem means it should have the nodes and internode, isn't it? And root should arise from the base of the stem. Many things are there. So yes, here is the node. This is the node. Have you seen like this structure? It is known as the eyes of potato. It is otherwise known as eye of potato also. This is a node. Okay. Then this is another node. Have you seen? Eye, it is known as eyes of potato. Then here is another node, here is another node, and this portion is known as internode. The distance between two or region between two nodes are known as internode. So this is an underground stem. From here, during the germinating time, roots will be arising. You have seen, I think so. If you keep the potato for a long time, it will develop roots, then leaves and all, it will germinate. So potato is an underground stem. It store food, and not only for food, it is for perennation also, you know, after a long time. Long time means not like years, I'm telling. After a few, it will develop root and stem, and it will be developing into a new plant. So not only for the plant is storing this, or underground stem is there for potato plant. It is not only for storage of food, there is another function, not only potato, ginger, turmeric, everything. Here what all things I mentioned. Perennation also. Perennation means tide over unfavorable conditions. You just see potato, ginger, all things are seasonal. You can't see the potato throughout the year, it cannot be grown. These are seasonal plants. Okay, so potato, what it does, when it is growing, it will store its food for the next growth. So it will be storing underground for perennation. Unfavorable condition, they will be tiding over the unfavorable condition. When the next season comes, or when the next favorable season comes, there is already stored food, that is potato inside, food is there in that. So it will be developing with that food, using that food starch, it will be developing into the new plant, that is perennation. Perennation means tiding over unfavorable conditions. So this underground stem modification, one is store food, that is storage of food. Another one is perennation, that is tide over unfavorable condition, and when the favorable conditions comes, they will germinate into the new plant. Okay, I think this much is clear for you. Then the next modification comes here, that is stem tendrils. What do you mean by stem tendrils? I think you have seen this structure before, isn't it? It is seen in cucumber, grapevine and pumpkin. Okay, see, this is the stem, this is the leaf. From the what will be this portion? This should be the axillary bud, isn't it? And sometimes this axillary bud will be developing, see, directly it is developing into a wired coiled structure, that is known as the tendril. This structure is known as the tendril, and it will spread and it will catch anything that is nearby it, like it can be a stem, it can be some ball or anything, it will be catch and it will be growing up. Okay, so this is tendril. So what is the function of stem tendril? It helps in climbing the plant. It develops from the axillary, but you have seen from the axil of the leaf it arises, so it develops from the axillary bud and it is spirally coiled and helps in climbing. So this is the second modification, that is stem tendrils. The next one is moving on to the next one, that is thorns. Have you seen the citrus plant, otherwise bougainvillea? Bougainvillea has a beautiful flower. Here is the picture, rose pink flowers. There are different types of bougainvillea, different colors are there. I think you have seen it, obviously you have seen the bougainvillea, but if you notice, next time when you see the bougainvillea or citrus plant, just notice there are thorns on the stem. This is the thorn. Okay, this structure, this is the stone, it hurt you also. Okay, so then from where the thorn is arising, from where you can see the thorn, the stone is also directly, it is arising from the axillary bud, or it is present at the axil of the leaf. Now the leaf will be falling off, so thorns will be like this, staying back. So thorn is also developing from the axil of the leaf. So axillary buds develop into thorns. And the next is they protect the plant from browsing animal. You just see one plant and full of thorns. Do you go and pluck it? No. We will be just staying back, isn't it? What to do? We will think what to do, how to pluck it. The same thing with the animals also. If they are going to browse it, if they are going to eat it, while they understand thorns are there, no, they won't go and eat it because it hurt them. So why these plants are developing thorns? In order to protect the plant from browsing animals. Not only browsing animals, for the protection, we can say the thorns are developed for the protection. Okay, I think this is clear for you.